Thank you so much, Rajan sir. So hi everyone, once again a very warm welcome to all of you. So I could see Darsh's question. I think so, Rajan, we would have answered this. So he was asking like this is a second batch for science level 2 class for you.
Yes, correct.
So yes, this is the batch second for level 2 preparation for Science Olympiad. So students, like as Rajan sir had already mentioned, what we would be doing in today's session. So today, like as already explained, without any delay, I would be inviting Dr. Ushma to give a brief introduction about herself. So she's a doctor by profession. Okay, kids, and let us hear a brief introduction about her from herself. So over to you, Dr. Ushma.
Okay. Hi. Thank you, Aarti. Thank you, Rajan. It's always been a pleasure to be a part of Olympiad success. It's wonderful, to be with so many kids, so many enthusiastic kids. So I love teaching. Though professionally I'm an endocrinologist, I practice as a doctor, but I am a very, very passionate science teacher. I just enjoy teaching science, especially, to the kids. As far as I can see here, there are a few, kids who have been with me in the earlier classes. I think for the level 1, I can see Naitik, Darsh, Sanidhi. They have been with me earlier. So I don't call myself a strict teacher. I am a science lover. So I enjoy teaching science to the kids. But one thing which is very important is because we are target oriented, there got to be discipline in the class. Okay, like what Aarti ma'am said, very compulsorily, I would expect all of you to keep your videos on, be interactive, learn sciences properly, because this is going to form the foundation for all of you for your future. Okay, if you're all science aspirants, these small Olympiads is what is going to train you to become better in science, and also to train you, to become more ready to give competitive exams. Okay, so from my end, yes, I definitely will put in my 100% to bring out the best from the kids.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ushma ma'am. Thank you so much. It's always really nice to have you on the platform. And students, like you must understand that this is the beauty of Olympiad Success Platform, wherein the teachers, the mentors we bring in for you are really passionate, and it is like their passion of teaching brings in so many rank holders, and they really focus on the conceptual building of the students. Right. So now I would like to request Rajan sir to give a brief presentation about this course.
Sure, ma'am. So welcome students. Welcome to the demo interaction program for grade 5. This is for level 2 course, and this is the second batch. So firstly, let me tell you about us, about Olympiad Success. So Olympiad Success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. We have Olympiad live classes. We also have School Plus program. So in School Plus program, we offer 8 courses that are mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communications spoken and written both, Vedic maths, as well as coding. What else, students? We also offer online CBSE Plus Olympiad classes for grades 6 to 10, and one-on-one preparation classes for International Mathematics Olympiad like SESMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Math Count, US Math Competition, Math Kangaroo, PRMO. Now meet the rank holder for session 21-22. So many students in Olympiad Success got international ranks in different Olympiads, and hopefully we are going to see your images here in next session. Okay. Now students, about this course, so there will be around 20 students in the class, and the classes will be conducted on Zoom platform. So there will be 4 sessions per week. The days will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, and class timing will be 6:30 to 7:45 p.m. Okay. Now what we are going to do in this course, so in this level 2 course, we are going to discuss firstly we will have topic wise quick revision of each and every chapter. Then we will discuss previous year level 2 questions. Okay. And students, you will get reading material and practice question, which will be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. And with this course, you will also get mock test for practicing, particularly for level 2. Okay. Now the syllabus link I will share within the chat box. The fees for this course is 3,720, and there will be 16 sessions in this course. Okay. The fee include online classes, daily reading notes and exercises, practice of previous year level 2 question. And like I said, you will get access to the Olympiad Success platform for science content and mock test. Okay. Now, students, to join this course, what you need laptop with good internet speed and headphone. And students, as you already appeared in level 1 exam, like for Olympiads, you need to give time for preparation. So you need to spend approx 2-3 hours every day to cope up with the curriculum. Okay. Now the live classes for this course, we are going to start from 11th of January. And currently we having students from 3800 school and we are catering in 35 plus countries. Okay. Now I will give you a tour of Olympiad Success Dashboard. And after that, if you have any doubt, any query, we will take that. Let me share my screen again. So when you log in with the credential that we will provide you after you like enrolling for this course, this is the dashboard. So here in the live classes, you can see the content. So what you need to do, you need to firstly select the subject. The subject is Science Olympiad. And here you will find the topic-wise content, the reading material and practice question. Let me show you. So like this is the reading content. Okay. And you will also find the practice question here. And here you can see the schedule, like on which day, which topic we are going to cover. And like I have shared with you, you will also get worksheets. Here you can check the worksheets for level 2. Okay. So for level 2 mock test, you will find the worksheets here. You just need to select science level 2 mock test. And here you can see the worksheets. Okay. So this is about the dashboard, students. Now, if anyone have any doubt, any query, you can write in the chat box. Yes, hey, write in the chat box if you have any doubt. Students, any doubt, any query? No, everything is clear. Okay. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, let me ask some questions to you. So firstly, can you tell me like what are the days on which we have the classes? Okay,
So we have got the
Shubhangi,
same question from Shubhangi.
yes. And the answers we are getting now in the chat box. So Natika, that is Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the class going to be having 4 days in a week, and the days will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. My next, yes, you're sharing your email ID. Do you have any query? Which? Okay. Who gonna answer? What is the time for the class? Correct, Dash. 6:30 to 7:45. Yes. The time for the class is 6:30 to 7:45 p.m. Okay, I have one last question for you guys. Okay, there is one question. Please, could you tell what was going on this? Actually, I joined it because of some issue. So we just discussed about the level 2 course. And what you can do, you can watch the live demo on our Facebook page also. Let me share the links again. Okay. Okay, so students, I have last question. How many sessions will be there? Okay, we got one more question from Sanidhi. Are the topics of level 2 different from level 1? The topics will remain same. In level 2, it's just the level of the questions. So the questions are kind of high order thinking. Okay. So the topics will remain same more or less. So logical reasoning in level 2 will be there or not? You're talking about which exam? Science. I think, okay, for SOF or like CREST? SOF, okay. SOF and SO. Okay, I think you can check on the website. I'm not very sure like they have reasoning part or not. Aarti ma'am, do you have idea about it?
Yeah, so generally in level 1, they do have a few questions of logical reasoning, and in level 2 as well, they would be having it. But then that would be just very few questions, I believe. And yes, that's it. So for SOF, they do include logical reasoning questions in their papers.
Okay, I think someone is sharing with me. There is no logical reasoning level 2. You can check it on website, okay?
Yeah, it would be better. In level
Yeah.
1, they are the logical reasoning questions are there in level 1, but in level 2, whether it would be included or not, need to be confirmed.
Yeah, it like varies with the exam. So there are many Olympiad exams, so it varies according to that. Where will we find all the link for all the practice sheet? So like I've shared, it is available on the website of Olympiad Success. So once you enroll for the course, we will share the credentials with you and you can access that. So will math and science have logical reasoning in ISMO and ISSO? So same, Yashasvi, I think you can also check, okay, on the website. Not in previous paper. Natik, can you reframe the question?
So they are saying like
Ma'am,
in
in previous
previous
year
year
paper.
papers, logical reasoning is not
Oh,
there.
okay, then you can check it on the website. Okay, it definitely will be there. So for your respective Olympiad exams, you can check there. Okay, do anyone have any other query, any doubt? Or shall we start with the session? No? Okay. Yes, hey, you're raising your hand. Do you have a query?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, are we
Yeah, I
there?
think. Yeah, I actually lost my internet connection. I'm back
Okay.
here. Yeah. So Rajan sir, internet connection also seems to be bad today. I think so. So where will we find all the practice sheets? So hey, to your question, like if you're referring to Olympiad Success platform, so basically all of them would be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. So once you enroll to this program, you would be getting your credentials using which you can log in and you can find all the mock tests and practice questions over there. Okay. And also to your previous questions, like I could see many questions coming in related to logical reasoning. Kids like since this particular session and like this particular course which we would be conducting, in this we would be focusing on science questions, okay, and it would be completely science. So Rajan sir has also told you earlier, so you should check with the respective those questions would be there, be focusing only on science questions, right? All right, so any other questions coming in, guys? Okay, so we have another question. Is there a particular book for studying for level 2? So as such, there would be no particular book for level 2. We need to search, but then the content which we are providing the content which we are providing on Olympiad Success would be sufficient, and the classes like Ushma ma'am would be taking up all the previous year questions, and like she would be focusing on the concepts and everything. So I believe that would be really great for you all to study. Yeah, there is a common book for NSO level 1 and level 2. Absolutely. So any other questions, kids?
Is the class free? No, it is not.
Today's demo session is absolutely free, but then the classes, all the 16 sessions would be chargeable.
Okay, any other questions, students? Or shall we start with the session? Okay. Okay, Usha ma'am, so over to you. I think we started the session.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so before we start the session, one thing which I have always done in all my classes is, good, bad, but then I allow the kids to be unmuted. I expect my kids to be extremely disciplined in class. Only when asked, only then you will raise your hand and I will unmute you and you people will give me the answers, okay? I'm sorry, you will be asked to answer me. Otherwise, in the class, you children can be unmuted because I want this, because it's a demo class and I want it to be a little more interactive. So I'm requesting Rajan sir. Rajan sir, can you please unmute all the kids right now? Only on the fact that you people will not interrupt the class. Okay. If there are any questions or anything that you would want to ask me, you are going to raise your hands in the class. Okay. Right. Because this is the level.
Ma'am, you're also in mute now. You can unmute.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Right. Because this is a level 2 class, I'm expecting all of you to have a basic knowledge of all the topics that have been done in level 1. Right. So I'm sure you people already know what your syllabus is. There were a few queries that, ma'am, is level 1 and level 2 books separate? Are the topics separate? Topics are not going to be separate at all. The topics for level 1 and level 2 are going to be the same. The only difference is your kind of questions that you will be getting in level 2. Okay, so what I'm expecting all the children to do in level 2 is to revise back the previous, topics that you have studied for level 1. But along with that, during the classes, there is going to be a lot of question and answer rounds. There are going to be a lot of questions that are going to be asked. Okay, and level 2 questions, children, are the HOTS kind of questions. Okay, can anybody tell me, Sanity, can you tell me what is HOTS? Have you heard about HOTS questions? The high order thinking skills questions. Okay, so a common question, a common topic like plants. Okay, all the while in level 1, you had just studied what were the different types of plants, what were the parts of the plants, what were the seed dispersals, what was vegetative propagation. Naitik, tell me what else was important as a topic of plants that we had to we studied in level 1.
Dispersal of seeds.
So 1 minute. So today in the demo class, what we are going to be doing is first understand the concept that we have to learn. And today's concept that we are going to be focusing is on plants. Okay. So Naitik, tell me. Okay, Naitik said seed dispersal. Let's go to Maulik. Maulik, what else did you learn in level 1? Which was, yes, thank you, children. Just raise your hands. I'll come to each one of you. Don't worry. Okay. Maulik, tell me, what was the other important topic that we did in plants? Maulik, you attempted level 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo beta.
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. Yashaswini. Yes. Yashaswini?
Ma'am, may I answer?
1 second, beta. I am going to tell everybody. Nobody will interrupt in the middle. You have raised your hands. I'm going to go to each one of you. Yashaswini right now.
About seed propagation.
That seed dispersal itself. Shubhangi?
Then
Yes, ma'am. We had also learned about the
Vegetative reproduction.
Excellent. Okay, so we learned about vegetative. It's not called reproduction. It is vegetative propagation. Bhamya?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, pollination.
Very good, beta. Sanidhi?
Ma'am, food reproduction.
Sorry, beta.
Food reproduction.
Very good, right? Okay. This was one topic that most of the kids have actually not studied really well in food production. That means step of farming and agriculture. This was an important thing. Okay. Right. Gargi?
Ma'am, we learned germination of seed.
Very good. Who is SK? Okay, I am not going to be asking children who have kept their videos off. Okay, only people who have kept switched on their videos will be asked. The rest of them are not going to be asked. Okay, so yes, Avik.
Yes, ma'am, about the types of crops.
Yes, types of crops. Now, children, all of you have faced the most difficult part in plants is to revise back Rabi and Kharif, right? Remember, most of you had these questions on Rabi and Kharif crops, okay? So this was something which was very, very important. Types of crops. So the first thing that all of us will do when the class starts or when a new concept starts is first make a topic board. Okay, so this is how I expect even the kids to study at home. Always first understand what is a topic which is very important. The topic of plants becomes a very, very important when we are looking at the level 2 preparations. Okay, this is an extremely important topic. Okay, after understanding which is the important topic, we will then classify them as the subtopics. Okay, these are the subtopics which are very, very important. Okay, in level 2, we will not waste so much of time to understand what is a root, shoot, stem, leaves, flower, fruit. Okay, we are not going to be spending too much of time doing what are the parts of the stem, what is a part of a flower, because I consider and expect all of you to know the basics. Okay, is there anybody in the class who does not know what are the parts of a plant? Anybody here? Nobody, right? SK Darsh, you people don't know what are the parts of the plant, beta? Do you want a revision on that? Okay, there's no response from your end. I'm not able to understand. Okay, but I'm sure you people do not have a problem to understand the basics. Okay, one thing that you all have to understand, questions are going to be maximum on seed dispersal, germination, vegetative propagation, types of plants, pollination, and steps of farming. These are the important subtopics that all of you have to study in detail for level 2. Okay, so whenever you're studying a certain topic for level 2, the first thing which is important that you have to do is know your concepts. Okay, so let's see steps for preparation for level 2. How are we going to prepare? Steps of level 2 prep. Okay, so if there are parents who are also a part of this session, please keep it in mind. This is how we are also being going to target when we are going to be doing the classes in Olympiad Success. First, make a list of topics. Under each topic, make a list of subtopics. Okay, once you have made a list of subtopic, take each one and study them thoroughly first. The first thing that we are all going to do is study the topic. The reason why I'm giving you a roadmap is because we just have hardly a month left. All of you know when your level 2 is, it's on the 12th of Feb. Okay, it's already the 7th today. So you hardly have a month left, okay, for your level 2. So we are going to be very targeted in the way we are going to prepare for it, okay? So we are going to be studying. So this is something which is expected out of all you bright kids to do at home. You're going to be studying the whole topic Okay, the schedule, I think, of the topics are already going to be given to you. So you will know which is the topic we are going to be doing the next class. So you're going to be studying the topic, properly. Then we will in class discuss the questions, but what will be the most important part of the level 2 preparations is to solve a lot of different types of questions. Okay, questions which are basically the HOTS types. Okay, now what are HOTS questions? They are the high order thinking skills questions. Okay, there will be no direct question. Like if I ask Naitik, tell me which class you study in. That's like a direct class. His answer is going to be class 5. Okay, but HOTS question is if he twists the question. Okay, now what are the different types of HOTS questions that come to you? Okay, I know there is Darsh who had issues with, what is this, Darsh?
Venn diagram.
Exactly.
And Venn diagram.
Questions on Venn diagrams. Questions on, so these are the kind of questions that will come to you. There will be no direct question. Flowcharts. Children, remember, there is like, if A is a plant, then you go to no, then you go to yes, then you go to no again, then there's a P here, there's a Q here, and you're supposed to identify it. Correct? So basically puzzle-like questions, okay? Flowcharts. These are the second kind of Venn diagram, second type of HOTS. Then, in 2 minutes, I will just take your doubts. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? SK and Darsh, you people are persistently having your hand raised. So you have so many doubts. Thank you, Darsh. Okay, so Venn diagrams, flowcharts, tables. Okay, so you have a table A and you have a table B. You're supposed to match and see what is like odd man out or something. So remember, questions that are basically in the tabular column, these are the kind of questions. Then there will be questions which are diagram based. Okay, because we are doing plants, I'm sure all of you have seen this question very commonly. This is the direction of the wind. This is a plant which was plus. There was a plant that was triangle, a plant that was square, a plant that was a circle. Okay, plus had all its seedlings around it. Triangle had all its seedlings somewhere scattered. Okay, there was a small river here. So circles were all along the riverbed, and the squares were all in one direction. Remember, we have done these kind of questions earlier. This is on the basis of what are the different modes of seed dispersal. And now we have done this. So these are called as the diagram based questions. Okay, so these are the kind of complicated questions of which you will get in level 2. No direct questions are going to be asked. Okay, so for this, what is important that we do is in these sessions, we will learn how do we apply our knowledge. So children, all that you have to do in the next 16 classes is learn application of the knowledge that you have gained in this whole 1 year while preparing for your level 1. Is this understood? The roadmap of how we are going to, expect children to study, right? Okay. Now, because this is our demo class today, and this is the first class on plants, what we will do, we'll play a small game. Okay? Is this okay? All ready for a game? All of you look like you're going to sleep in the next 5 minutes. Yash, Aradhya, Pakka, both of you will go to sleep. No? Okay, so wake up. Right. Yes, Mohammed. Yes, Mohammed, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, ma'am. Which book? From which book will be the questions coming in the
book
classes?
Is going, yeah, the book first of the in the classes. The classes is all going to be based on your previous year's papers, beta. Okay, all the previous year's papers. The official book for your NSO second level is your MTG guide. Okay, and there is the SOF workbook, which I'm sure all of you have already sold for level 1. Okay, yes, SK. Yes, SK. I don't know who SK is. Please, yes, Mohammed.
this one?
Yes, that, and there is another official workbook, right, of NSO?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
that. Shubhangi, yes, what's your query?
Ma'am, the hot questions, the HOTS questions, you said that there were flowchart questions, the Venn diagrams, the tables, and the diagrams. What other types are there?
There are lots of other ways. They can ask you in indirect ways. Okay, when we were going to be solving the previous year's papers, we'd see the different kind of questions that are going to come. Okay, I cannot tell you all of them in a demo class.
In the HOTS questions, all we have to do is apply our knowledge in a different way, but same concept. Just you twist
Same concept. Absolutely. It's going to be twisted. It's like important that you understand the question first. Okay, if you don't understand the question first, you will not get the answer. And you will have to know how to solve that question. There's not going to be anything out of the blue. They'll not ask you anything out of, the 9th standard or the 10th standard or even maybe the 7th standard portions. Your portions are going to be very much 5th standard only. But the way you're going to remember it and apply it, that's going to be important. All right?
Thank you,
okay, just Mohammed, I'll take your question in the end now. Right? So today in the demo class, first thing, what did I say? We have to learn to recollect things and to revise back everything that we had studied, right? So as today the demo class, we're going to take up just one topic. Let's take up life cycle of a plant. Okay, in the life cycle of a plant, Gargi, can you tell me what is the life cycle of a plant? Gargi?
Yes, ma'am. It's a journey of plant to its birth.
Yes, beta. I don't want the I don't want the definition. I want you to tell me the steps which go into in the life cycle of plants. What are the different steps?
Okay, ma'am. First of all, it's a seed.
Very good. So it all starts from seed.
Then it's a little sapling which grows up.
Hold on. Okay. Yash, what is this process called when the seed turns into a sapling? Peter, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Only people I'm going to ask, nobody else. Nishant?
I haven't given level 1 of science. I don't have that.
All right, so beta, then you will have to go back and get the books and start revising them back, because otherwise this is going to be very difficult, okay, to understand the basics. Anirudh, what is seed to seedling?
Ma'am, germ. Germination. Exactly. Germination.
See, children, if this is what I was trying to tell you, if you're not clear with your basics, it's going to be very difficult for you to apply your knowledge. First, you need to get the knowledge, right? If you don't have the knowledge, you will not be able to apply your knowledge, okay? Siddharth, tell me, what are the factors needed for germination?
Sunlight.
Hold on. Naitik, is sunlight needed for germination?
No, ma'am, warmth is needed for germination.
Going back, Siddharth, see, children, you people have to learn your basics properly. Siddharth, what are the other things that are needed for germination?
Ma'am, water.
Water, then?
Ma'am, then proper soil.
Do you need soil for germination, Sanidhi?
Yes, ma'am.
You need soil? Naitik, you need soil for germination?
Ma'am, for germination, we don't need soil. Ma'am, first of all, for the seed, we need soil.
Do you need soil for germination, Sanidhi?
Ma'am,
for the plumule and radicle to come out, is there soil that's needed? Don't you make sprouts at home?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Dekha, this is where you people will miss out if you do not get your basics correct, okay? Germination is the process of, of the seed, which was always dormant. Mohammed, can you tell me what do you mean by the term dormant? It's sleeping.
Ma'am, actually, I don't know exactly.
That's okay, beta. That's why we have classes. Okay. A seed that is sleeping, when gets water, warmth, and air. These are the only 3 factors that are needed for germination. It does not need sunlight. It does not need soil. It just needs these 3 things. Okay. And a seed will germinate. Okay. Once the, what is the first thing that comes out in germination, Sanidhi?
Mama, radical.
Yes, very good. The radical. Bhamya, can you tell me what is a radical? Okay. Kala. Okay, the radical is the baby root. Once the baby root comes out, after that we have the baby stem that comes out. Okay, the baby root and the baby shoot then grows into a seedling. And once this has become big, this is when it needs soil. Got it, Sanidhi? This is germination. Okay, once it germinates and becomes a seedling, yes, now it needs soil. Okay, and here this seedling grows into a young adult plant. Okay, now Aradhya, can you tell me when does the plant, which part of the plant undergoes reproduction? When do you say the plant will now reproduce, Aradhya? Natik?
Ma'am, when the sprouts come out of the seed.
It's reproduction, sweetheart. What is reproduction? Natik?
Ma'am, reproduction is when a plant reproduces more babies like
Correct.
it's
When it is going to produce more other plants. So at which
more
stage?
organisms like it's
What? Correct. So what does the plant need for reproduction?
Ma'am, for reproduction, first of all, the basic thing, plant needs a flower, or else, ma'am,
Stop. So when the plant now becomes a flowering plant, okay, though we know that there are exceptions. There was somebody in the class who had spoken about vegetative propagation, right? Not all plants need flowers. Most of the plants need flowers. Okay.
Ma'am, some plants grow from vegetative
Exactly, right? So here we are talking about the majority of the plants. Majority of the plants need a flower for it to reproduce. Okay. Now, Darsh, can you tell me what are the processes that go in the reproduction of a plant so that a plant can again produce its seeds and can produce new plants again? So what are we now trying to come to? Which part are we coming to, Darsh? What is the first step? Yes, tell me, beta. Flower. Flower may, what is the first step that is needed? Yes.
Ma'am, in flower, first you need the male and the female gametes so that they unite together to form a zygote which turns into a...
Yeah, but tell me this process. How do you think the male and the female gamete are going to meet? Hit? Very good. Excellent, Hit. How do you think the male and the female? Very good, Mohammed, right. So this flower has a male part and this part has a fat female part. Okay, Mohammed, where is the pollen produced from?
Anther.
Excellent, okay. It comes from the male part and then transfers into the female part. Agrim, this process is called as pollination, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what are the different ways of pollination? Extremely important again from your level 2 preparation. Agrim, what are the different modes of pollination? Darsh? Okay. Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we can't
I'm unable
hear you.
to hear you.
voice is still breaking.
Ma'am, we can't hear you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Looks like her internet connection has problem.
Obviously. See her cursor. It's just loading and loading.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I am sorry, children. I think they
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There was, I think, an internet issue. Children, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Children, but I think my internet is still weak. I think all of us can just keep your cameras off for now. Maybe it will just help me, not get disconnected again. Just keep your cameras off. Let's see if that works. Thank you, children. Yeah. So where were we? Right. We were trying to understand pollination, right? Children, can you hear me? Can all of you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. I'm so sorry. Right. I just gave you a short. Okay. Yeah. And we were understanding what were the different. Yes, Heath, tell me. Ways of pollination. Heath, tell me, beta.
Yes, ma'am. There are two ways of pollination. They are self-pollination and cross-pollination.
Excellent. So the two ways of pollination are, can you tell me what is self and what is cross? Heath, bolo beta. Heath only.
Yes, ma'am. In self-pollination, there is an insect or a bug which comes inside the flower, and the pollen grains get stick to that bug. And when the bug flies out of the flower, if the pollens fall in the same another or the same flower of the same plant, then self-pollination has happened.
Okay. Hey, Shubhangi, do you think Heath is right?
I think he is right. As he said, the self-pollination occurs when
Okay, one
insect
second.
has.
Children, 1 second. Just understand. Okay. Heath, you do self-study. What do you mean by self?
Ma'am,
One second, Dash. I'll come to you. Hit, you are self-studying. What does that mean?
It means that I study on myself.
Exactly. You're doing it yourself. Darsh, now tell me, was Hit right when he said the definition of self-pollination?
no, it was wrong.
Exactly. Hit, now you think and tell me what is the mistake you made. Tell me, Darsh, what is self-pollination?
Ma'am, that is not self-pollination. That is cross-pollination.
Right. Okay. Hit, you self-study is when I say study on my own. So what do you think is self-pollination? When the flower pollinates on its own, it does not depend on any insect. The flower itself can, transfer the anther to its stigma on its own. Okay. It sticks to each other and it transfers its stigma. Okay. It does not need any pollinators. Okay. Is generally what happens in self-pollination. Hey, do you need mama, daddy, an insect, and air, water, on anything for you to do self-study? You're not dependent on anything, right? So that is self. So self-pollination happens on its own. Okay, the flower is not dependent on an insect or anybody else to pollinate. Okay, but cross-pollination, yes, you need pollinators. Okay, now one other example of what Hate was saying can be possible. Yes, Shubhangi, you want to say something? Give me the example of different pollinators.
Yes, ma'am. Different examples of the pollinators are wind, water, and insects.
Wind, water, insects.
Ma'am, may I add the examples?
Yes, please do. Okay, besides the examples, first, tell me, how do you think, what is a characteristic feature of a plant that gets wind pollinated? How do you think a wind pollinated flower looks? I see the same hands. I'm not going to ask anybody of the same. Bhamya. Bhamya, is that your name, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta, tell me.
Ma'am, this pollination is there. The flowers have dry pollinators and they have also have feathers on their stigma and they produce large number of this.
So basically, Gargi, can you add and tell me?
Sorry,
Gargi, can you
I don't know much about it.
All right, fine. Agrim, can you add on and tell me? Can you add and tell me what do you think are the requirements of flowers that get pollinated by wind? They should be dull flowers. They don't need to be really bright, and because the wind can't see colors. Can the air see colors? It can't. Okay, so it does not need beautiful flowers, colors in the flowers. Okay, they are dull flowers. They are long anthers, which are feathery also. This is very, very important because this is what comes to you in your exam. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say that the plants pollinated by the wind, they have a light and feathery seeds, which get
absolutely not feathery seeds. How can it have seeds when it's not even pollinated? It get pollinated. You don't talk about seeds. You talk about pollen grains. The pollen grains.
Yes, yes, ma'am. The pollen grains only they are light so that the wind can carry them. So
exactly
the female plant, it catches it using what exactly?
So it doesn't need, they are all, I'll show you a picture of wind pollinated. I know you know it. Okay, don't worry. I will show you a picture of a plant which gets wind pollinated. Hold on 1 minute.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Yes, beta. Tell me, ask me rather.
Ma'am, does the plant that get wind pollinated needs to be like a bit heavy?
Not at all. It just can't be heavy. It has to be extremely, extremely light. Now, can you see this? Look at the wind pollinated flowers. Okay, these wind pollinated flowers have very long feathery anthers, so the wind can just blow them off and take them off. See, look at this difference. Okay, they are absolutely dull colored. They are not that bright. Okay, this is the difference between an insect pollinated and this is a wind pollinated flower. Look at it, it has a long style and stigma. Okay, and the anther is also feathery because the pollens will just come here. There are feathers here, so it's just going to trap it. Okay, it's like how the dust mat traps the dust which is there in the air. Have you seen your dust mat in the house, your doormat? Okay,
yes, ma'am.
the doormat just traps the dust. In the same way, the female part, the stigma, just traps the pollens when it, it's blown in the air. Okay, so what are the characteristic features? Let's just do the characteristic features of pollination here. That wind pollinated flowers are light, feathery, dull colored. Okay, right? And the pollens are also not sticky. Pollens are not sticky because it doesn't have to stick onto the, the feet of insects. Right? But when we look at, on the other hand, look at this flower. It's extremely colorful. Okay, it's extremely nice and bright. Yes.
Ma'am, why the wind-blown flower does not need to be sticky?
Because if it is sticky, yes, Petra, but the stigma needs to be sticky. The anther needs to be light and it can be blow. If it's sticky, just imagine something which is sticky. Do you think it's going to blow away?
No, ma'am.
Exactly. Something has to be very, very dry. Something dry can be blown easily, right? Not something which is sticky.
Ma'am, so that literally the stigma itself is feathery, so it can catch the
exactly, Shubhangi. It's like your doormat. The way the doormat captures and takes the dust, just like that. Got it?
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, but these flowers are more.
Question.
1 second, sweetheart. Can I just finish this first? Then we can, take the questions. Okay. So these flowers are more colorful, bright, smells good. Sometimes it gives nectar also. And what is the reason it has all of this? So that it can attract the insect. Correct? So the insect comes, it smells, it sucks the nectar from the anther, and this is where, and the anther, the pollens here are extremely sticky, so that it can stick to the feet of the insect, and that insect when goes to another flower or something, the pollens can get trapped by the sticky stigma again. Okay, and it gets pollinated. Yes, who was the one who had questions?
Ma'am, I had asked you about the wind pollinated plants.
I think I finished with that, right? Okay.
Yes.
So this is the difference.
Bacha,
Polo.
Ma'am, if they are sticky, then how will they go off the birds, insects?
Because it's sticky in the sense that it is not going to be like Fevicol bond. Okay, it's sticky that it can just stick to the feet of the insects, but when it goes onto the stigma, okay, so when this insect is gone and stuck onto the stigma is more sticky. So it's going to just, stick and it's going to take off the pollen which was there on the feet of the insect. Okay, got it? It's not Fevicol bond. Okay. Right. All right. So I hope you people understood insect and wind pollination. Water pollination is something which is very, very interesting. Now, water pollination, the examples now. This is where everybody makes a mistake. Let me see, Sanidhi. Tell me, I think I've taught this in level 1, the common mistake that most of them make. Let me see if you people know that. 1 second, whom do I pick now? Ishan, tell me which plant pollinates by water? Only Ishan.
This example like lotus.
I knew you would make a mistake. Very good. Is Ishan right? Heth.
Yes, miss, I think he's right. And
now 1 second. Think again. Okay. Sanidhi, I think I've taught this in class in level 1. Is lotus, water lily, etc. pollinated by wind?
No, ma'am.
Exactly. Why? How are they pollinated?
Ma'am, by water.
Huh? Okay, by water. Do you think they're pollinated by water? Lotus and water lily? Siddharth?
Ma'am, by the root, the seeds fall underground.
Which is the example of water pollination, sweetheart?
What? I don't know exactly, but lotus.
You are right. Lotus. Okay, all of you think, children, if water can see colors, can
No.
water, Ishan, can water see colors? Then why is the lotus so beautiful? Why is the water lily so beautiful? If it needs to get pollinated by water, it does not need to be beautiful at all. Okay, remember one thing. Water lily and lotus are also pollinated by insect. Their seed dispersal is by water. Don't make this mistake. A commonly made mistake by most of the children. Any flower which is beautiful, smells good, looks colorful, are all insect pollinated. A common mistake that all of you make: lotus, water lily, though are aquatic plants, do not get pollinated by water. They get pollinated by insects. There is a plant which is called as Vallisneria. Vallisneria. This is a tape crab. Shubhangi, please do not interrupt in the middle. Okay, if you have doubt, please write it in the chat. I'll come back to it and I'll see it. Okay. Vallisneria is a water tape grass. Okay. This pollinates by water. And this is very, very interesting. Okay. This is an submerged water plant. Okay. There is a plant which is submerged. Its male and female plants are different. Okay. The male flower, it has a spring in it. Okay, there's a flower here. Okay, and the female also has a spring in it. Okay, now this is the beauty of nature. When the male flower is adult and has started producing its pollens and anthers, what happens to this is this spring just comes out. It comes to the surface and it lets the male flower separate from it. Okay, so the male flower now is floating on water. Okay, now the beauty of nature is the female flower, as soon as the male flower is coming on the surface of on the water or is somewhere close, it starts producing a certain chemical. Okay, it's not pollen grains, it's chemicals. Okay, the pollen grains are inside. And this chemical attracts the female, and the spring of the female, okay, suddenly shoots up, goes, traps the pollen, and comes back again. Okay, this is the beautiful mechanism of water pollination of Vallisneria. This is the only plant which gets water pollinated. So children, please don't make this mistake of understanding that lotus, water lily, coconut, all of them are water pollinated. They are not water pollinated. They are water seed dispersal. Okay, water is used for their seed dispersal. Is this clear? This is another commonly made mistake by all of them. Okay, yes, Shubhangi, now ask me your doubt.
Ma'am, hydrilla is also another example of water pollinated plants. Then
yes.
how? So I didn't understand the process.
I just told you that.
I didn't understand how it happened.
So it's basically the male, one second. It's basically like there's a female plant and a male plant. Okay, both of them are in the water. Now when the male flower is ready, it just comes out and comes to the surface of the water. So it's flowing, it's swimming and coming close to the female flower. Okay, then this female flower springs out, goes on tops, takes the pollen and comes back again. Okay, and the male flower is gone. It takes the anther and it comes back again, and there is pollination that takes place. So basically water is helping the male flowers come towards the female flowers. Got it? All right. Okay, so this is how pollination takes place. So do you people realize that only small subtopics like pollination and germination, there are so many concepts that are still unclear with all of you. So what is important for all, to sit back and read back your textbooks, make notes, and understand your concepts really well. Once this is going to be done, what we will be then doing is These are the questions, okay, that we will be solving. So we have the last 10 minutes now for the, class. So we go to each one of you and we'll take the question starting with Mohammed. Mohammed, quickly take question 1.
They found three fruits X, Y, and Z. Fruit X was very light and had wings. Fruit Y was spiny and fruit Z had a thick fibrous coat. Which of the following holds true for X, Y, and Z?
Quick. The rest of you can please write your answers in the chat quickly. This is how we're going to be doing even in class. The rest of you, when we're discussing questions, one person will be asked, the rest of you will quickly write your answers in the chat. Very good, Darsh. Okay. Yes, Naitik, you're right. The answer for this is C. Seeds of guava and seeds of Y are dispersed by animals. Very good. Okay. Next question. Let's go to Ishan. Ishan, take now. This is the Venn diagram. Sorry? Mohammed, I can't hear you. You're muted.
No, ma'am. Actually, my mom was speaking.
Sorry. Okay. Yes, Ishan. Take up question 2 now. Quick.
Refer to the given diagram.
The rest of you, please write the question number and write your answer next to that. Otherwise, I'll not be able to understand. Right. Yes, children.
Refer the given Venn diagram. P. Plants that propagate vegetatively by stem. Q. Plants that propagate vegetatively by leaves. R. Plants that reproduce by seeds.
Answer? I've not got anybody's answer till now. Yes, Anirudh, that's good. Very good, Mohammed. I saw that. I saw Mohammed, Yash. Yes, Shashank. Very good. Excellent, Shubhangi. So the answer for this is, Ishan, answer?
Miss B.
Very good. It is B. Right? Now, see, did you see this, Shubhangi, where you were asking me what are the different types of HOTS questions? These are the types. Now, this is the next thing. Avik, take question 3.
Yes, ma'am. So the following table, select the PQR. Modified root. Ma'am, I think it is option A.
Naitik.
D.
Why? How can it be A? Food in 1 second. Yeah, you're right, Naitik. Your answer is right. It's dahlia or turnip. A week. Does people store its food in root? Exactly. No. Why did you make this mistake, sweetheart? Wrong question. Now this is 5th. We'll take this up now. Let me see. One girl. Too many boys answering. Gargi.
Yes, ma'am. Study the following chart below. Which letters W, X, Y, or Z represents the plants that are most likely pollinated by wind?
Very good. I've already got the answer. Good. Everybody's given me the right answer. Yes, the answer for this is C. Sanidhi, how did you do this? Tell everybody, how did you do this question?
Ma'am, because here plants, and it is asking it is a flowering plant. Yes, ma'am, it is a flowering plant. And it is asking brightly colored flowers. No, ma'am, it is not brightly colored. It has a dull color. So the answer can be Y.
Correct. Okay. 6th, Heath. Heath.
The diagram shows the cross section of a flower. A. What will happen to the flower if A is cut off? A. The flower will die. B. Fertilization will not take place. C. The flower cannot produce pollen grains.
Good. Everybody's giving me the right answer. Children, why are you sending it to everybody? Just send it to me. Hey, what's the answer?
Ma'am, it's Ma'am, it's D.
Very good. Good. It will neither fertilize nor will it produce its pollen grains, right? And a girl now. Whom do we go to? Bamya? Bhabya, sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me the answer to this. Everybody else.
Mr. Bhatt plowed a field and killed all the weeds. He left plants P, Q, R, and S growing on one side of the field and then left the field untouched for 1 month as he went out of the city. The wind blew in the same direction for the whole month. When he returned, this is what he saw. Which one of the plants P, Q, R, and S is likely to have its seeds dispersed by wind?
Good. I've got everybody's answer. Bamya, quickly give me the answer.
Ma'am, B?
No. Who's going to give me? Agrim, give me the answer to this. By wind.
Ma'am, I think B. Q.
Miss,
Ma'am, can
Miss, it can be A.
Ma'am, A, I think.
One second.
Yes, ma'am, it's D. It's
One
D.
second. No. The
It's a D.
answer is, wait, no, it's neither S, it's neither R, it's neither Q. 1 second, wait, is the direction? No, it is Q, it's not even P. The answer is B. Okay, see, children, this is a common problem where everybody have made mistakes. 1 second.
Ma'am, I said B only.
Oh, then you are right. Correct.
Ma'am,
It's B.
it could be D also. It could be
1
D
second,
also.
I'll show you. Wait. Okay. Now, which is the direction of the wind? The wind is moving here. Let's take P. Let me just enlarge this 1 minute. Can all of you see it? Okay. So this is the direction of the wind. Okay. Now let's take P. Now, if it's going seeds, if it has to always move, it has to be in this direction. How are plants here and here formed? Not possible. So P is not possible. So P is out. Let's take Q. Q also has to be in the same direction. Okay, but see, Q is here and here, but it's spreading. Okay, maybe Q, not sure. I don't think the question is very properly framed. Okay, I don't think this is the right question. Okay, because none of them are in exact direction of the wind. So I will take P, B as the answer also, or I will take S is definitely not, because S is all scattered near the parent plant. So it's not S, but it could be, no, it's not even R, it's very much Q, because it's along the direction of the wind only. Look at R, one is here, one is here, one is here, it's in all different directions. So the answer for this is B. Okay, right? Okay, let's go to the next question. Right. Oh, we have just done this. Yash, you have been pretty quiet in class. Can you tell me the answer of the 7th one? Yash, quickly. Okay, Sanidhi.
Yes, ma'am.
We have just done this.
Ma'am,
which is
will be
option
B.
Option, yes. This is the only thing which is not going to be possible for a wind pollinated. Feathery stigma, no, it has to be feathery, dull colored. 1 second.
Ma'am, C will be not the answer because it
C
is
is not the
telling
answer.
insects, so it can't be.
Correct. Right. Okay.
Ma'am, B is the answer.
B is the answer. Okay, 9th. Let's quickly finish. We have 2 more questions.
Ma'am, stigma is not carried. Pollen is carried.
The feathery can capture the pollen. So the answer is A. Sorry. The answer is A. The stigma is not carried. Sorry, the answer is A, right? Okay. Now, this parts of the plant, Darsh, you take it.
Yes, ma'am. The diagram below shows flower P. 2 parts of flower P were removed before pollination could
After some time, a fruit is formed. Before pollen. What is the part which is not needed by the plant? But still pollination took place.
In B and C?
Yeah, it is the B and C. C is definitely not needed. A and B, I don't know what is the big difference between A and B, but I don't think they have pinpointed it properly. But I think the answer is C for sure. So it is A and it's C. It's right. Okay. Now let's go to the 10th. Let's quickly do this. Children, I think we're almost time up now. 10th question. Who's going to take it? Naitik, take 10th.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, can I take some time?
You don't have time. We're almost done. Children, children, you can take a screenshot of this. We're almost done with the class today. So this is how we are going to be taking up, the questions during our, sessions. So I hope you have got a brief idea of what is going to be done in class, and I hope all of you enjoyed the class today. Yeah, it'd be great to, get your feedbacks, and hope to see you soon. Yeah. All right. Okay. So with this, we end the meeting now. Fine. Bye-bye, children. Bye-bye. I just hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
We enjoyed it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.